All right, we're going to get started with Unit 8, Section 1. This unit is all about fractions, and eventually we're going to look at algebraic fractions. So the first thing to know is the definition of a rational number. So a rational number is a number that can be written as a quotient of two integers. So for example, -14, in order to write that as a quotient of two integers, we can always put a whole number over 1. Next one is 65 hundredths. So think about the way that you say that as a clue. So we can write this as 65 over 100. The next one, 2 1/3, is a mixed number. So in order to change that into an improper fraction, you're going to multiply the denominator times the whole number and then add your numerator. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 3. The next section, we're going to write the fraction or mixed number as a decimal. So there are a couple ways to do this. If your denominator can easily change into a 10 or 100, that would be my first go-to. If it doesn't, then we're going to need to divide the numerator by the denominator. So if we multiply 25 by 4, we get 100. But whatever we do to the bottom, we need to do to the top. 8 times 4 is 32. So this answer would be -0.32. 2 and 5/11ths. 11 will not go into 10 or 100 evenly. So I need to divide 5 by 11. In order to do that, I need to add a decimal and a 0. 11 goes into 54 times. And then you're just doing your normal long division algorithm. Add a 0, bring it down. Still doing long division. And right now you're probably noticing that this is going to repeat. So 0.45 repeats. So your mixed number as a decimal equals 2.45 repeating. The next section, we're going to write the decimals as fractions. So 38 hundredths is simply 38 over 100, and if we simplify that, we get 19 fiftieths. -8.4 is -8 and 4/10. If we simplify that, we get -8 and 2/5. The next section, we are ordering numbers from least to greatest. So I like to turn everything into a decimal and then put them in order just because it's easy for me to compare. So -6/11ths, if you change that into a decimal, is -0.54 repeating. Then it's -0.55. Then -0.5 repeating. And -27 fiftieths is -0.54. If we put them in order, this one can be tricky because they're so close. But we're going from least to greatest. So when we think about a negative, right, the bigger the number means that it's actually the least. So this 5 is going to repeat forever, which means it's bigger than this 5. So -0.5 repeating is our least, then -0.55, then -0.54 repeating, then -0.54. All right, we're going to do the same thing with number 2. 0.69. Then I have 13 twentieths would be 0.65. 1/2 we know is 0.5. Then we have 0.6. 17 25ths equals 0.68. Then I can put them in order. 0.5, 0.6, 0.65, 0.68, 0.69. But I want my answer to be in the original form, so that's going to be 1/2, 0.6, 13/20, 17/25, and 0.69. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and turn it over to the back. So we have a word problem that says, Susan lives 2/3 mile from school. Reuben lives 5/8 mile from school, and Sam lives 7/10 mile from school. Write each fraction as a decimal. Who lives the farthest? So 2/3 equals 0.6 repeating. 5/8 equals 0.625. And 7/10 equals 0.7. So Sam lives the farthest from school. Now you have a couple review problems. The first two have to do with simplifying the expression. Again, that is Unit 2, Section 6, if you need that for reference. The next set of review problems is finding the least common multiple of each number. Remember to use a factor tree to do this, and that, my friends, is Unit 6.4 if you need that for reference. Again, make sure you complete all of the review problems before you attempt your check-in.